My name is Megan Gidley and I'm the Director of Marketing with Connect. Welcome back to the Get Connected podcast. Today we're here in beautiful Garrettsville, Ohio, and we're going to be talking with Billy Mullet, the owner of Atlas Horsepower Solutions. We're going to find out a little bit more about Billy's daily life and who he is as a person. Let's get started. Billy, thank you for sitting down with me today. I'm excited to hear from you on all of your knowledge. How are you doing today?
Hey Megan, I'm doing great. I'm very excited to get more in depth on some of the Atlas Horsepower Solutions product.
Billy, what does your day-to-day schedule look like compared to your employees' schedules?
So my employee, he gets Jonathan. A lot of you have spoke to him over the past. He gets here in the morning. Usually he's here from 7 to 5. He takes the phone calls, does the packaging, some of the packaging. Like a lot of our products get made like in a couple different places. Like we have products that get made in Pennsylvania. We have products that get made in Indiana and also Ohio. I try to find the best company for that specific product, and then it comes here in like bigger containers, and then he packages it, and he also is hands-on, talks to customers. And then our nutritional consultant Larry is he's not here at the facility, but he has a farm himself, raises produce and all that good stuff, and he's a very intelligent guy. If you have any nutritional questions or issues you'd like to talk about, feel free to give him a call. That's my employee's job. My thing I do is I do my stuff with my horses in the morning, and then I do I actually do on the side maybe some lameness issue stuff with horses, some farrier work on maybe quarter cracks and stuff like that. I prep some of my own horses, like my Hackney show ponies, etc. And then I talk with like new farms, customers, how they're liking what and why they're liking it. Get testimonies, pictures, content from them, and ask them, what they think that we should add, and so forth.
Could you give us a rundown of the manufacturing process? What time do you guys open, and how many employees do you have?
So I'm going to answer the last question first. So we open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday, and 7 to 12 most Saturdays. I have one full-time employee. Then I do have a couple part-time employees to run me here and there and everywhere. And then the rundown on the manufacturing process. So let's do the pads first. So the pads are made from rubber, from different mixtures. So it gets if you imagine maybe like your dough mixer, a bunch of different ingredients get put into a dough mixer type of deal, gets mixed, and then it gets put on like a mill where it gets hot and rolls around. And then from there it goes through a curing cycle. Then from there it gets put into molds where a press is heated up to 400 degrees, and it comes out in the form of a pad, and it is cured, and then it's good for a long time. The supplements, most of the supplements come here already mixed, actually all of them. And then we have to repackage. So what we do, most of the products, anyway, the products that can't, so there is some products that the value goes away over time, that if air gets against it. So we do, a lot of the products go into like a bag and then sealed and then put in the container. So I guess for the most part, our manufacturing process here is putting it in the different size containers, label it correctly, and so forth.
What do you look forward to most while managing Atlas? What would you say makes you ambitious and driven when completing your goals?
So I look forward to meeting people, you know, getting to go out on show farms. I've actually had the opportunity to drive Heartland Demonstrator, which is probably one of the world's best show hackney ponies down at Golden Creek Farm. Highlights like that, go to their farm. They let you drive or ride this horse. I've got a chance to drive one of Express Perchin's, one of their best Perchin horses. That was very exciting. I've got to sit behind some very, very, very good race horses to jog them. And I just, I loved that part, seeing what the results are, what people like, and I have different people from big farms that call and say, just for instance, they quit making bit wrap, and all bit wrap is very important in the show horse and the racehorse world, to wrap your bit with it's like a rubbery tape type of deal. And so I've been asked to try to check into that and try to make that. So we are right now in the process of actually creating a bit wrap. It'll probably take a while. It's very complicating, but I do have some. Golden Creek Farms is from down in Shelbyville, Kentucky, is actually helping me with that. Tom Larry, very good guy. And then the ambition and drive, I don't know, probably to try to give everybody all the quality I can. And, I want their horses to be the best, win that show. It's very exciting if a horse wins a show on my product, tops a sale on my product, wins a race on my product. That's just very, very exciting to me. And I want that to happen all over the world, especially here in the United States. And then, and I just feel, me liking horses, I just want your horses to be taken care of as good as I like to take care of my horses.
Billy, do you have any future plans or ideas for Atlas Horsepower Solutions that you're willing to share with us today?
So a couple. Let's start with the pads. So we haven't brought them to market yet. I mean, I do have some friends that I sell some. We're still trying to get the cost down on draft pads, the rubber draft pads, weighted wedges. I actually just sent Express Perchin some for their Perchin hitch. So we're working on on the draft pad. We do have it developed and designed. I'm just trying to do the best I can to get a different mold made so I can get the price, good. And then we also have they call it a gated pad. It's a number 3 gated weighted pad. It's more like a square pad, probably more like a 4-degree wedge for the gated horses like Tennessee Walkers, etc. And that is a product that's not on the website as of yet. Flax oil, we recently just added flax oil that's never been touched by human hands, straight from the plant to the bottle. We want to, like I say, we're into quality, and we're going to try to give you the best oil that you can possibly feed a horse. Flaxseed is good for joints. It's good for cool energy in a horse. And cool energy, that means is give a horse energy, but not crazy. We're working on that. And then I have a deer mineral called Atlas Buck Dust that has gone crazy here lately. It's a mineral you feed free choice to deer, white-tailed deer, and it's more of a mineral than an attractant, but it really works well as an attractant. So that the difference is between ours and the competitors, we try to use less salt and more mineral. Give that a try someday. And then we're also working on a lick tub for sheep and goats. And following that, we'll have a lick tub coming for cattle, and hopefully one for horses to follow. And the reason we don't have lick tubs out already, we're in the middle of testing and stuff. We want the very best. I mean, we don't want to just slap a tub together and say, here's your mixed tub. We want it to be the best. And I'm also currently having testing, had a bunch of different farms using it already, is the vitamin lac in tubes. So if you're ready to go to a show, you're ready to load your horse on a trailer, you give him that vitamin lac in a tube down the throat, load him on the trailer, and he should not have any problems with shipping stress, etc.
Do you work another job or participate in any activities besides managing Atlas?
So my number one job, you would say, is Atlas. So I also have a bunch of horses, different breeds, and I guess I use them because I like them, but I also use them to test products. So I have a few Hackney show ponies. To name a couple of them is King's Gentleman Jim. I do own one Dutch Cross that's in the show ring, Cashmaster T. I do have a couple saddlebreds. The one was world champion as a yearling. I actually took a couple World Cups as a yearling. And the standardbred world, I eventually want to get into, select yearlings, standardbred racehorses, like your brood mares. I do have, I like buying standardbreds and then seeing what I can do with them, getting them really good, and then selling them again. In the buggy horse world, as far as standardbreds, Hershey Equine uses my natural dewormer a lot to prep some of his sale horses. And he had this one stallion I was out there that he had at the Memorial Trotting Sale by the name of Mr. Sunchip. I just think the way that horse is put together, the color, pedigree, he's got that pine chip on the bottom. I just had to buy a couple shares from him, so I did that. I went in on the game and bought a couple shares from Mr. Sunchip. Very excited because they're only breeding to share owners. Like you have to have a share to to breed to that horse. And I do that, and then I also I like hunting, like taking my little boy hunting, and we like deer and turkey hunting. Campfires, grilling. I like grilling for customers. Somebody I've been around a lot. I'd like to have a steak cookout. And the family, me and the family here, like going to, the beach once a year, or, a small family vacation and stuff like that.
Billy, thank you for sitting down with me today. I know I had a great time learning about Atlas, and I'm sure our viewers and listeners did too.
Thank you. This has been a learning experience for me as well. I'm very excited to keep on doing this in the future and go from there. Thank you.
Make sure you stay tuned to Connect and Atlas on our social media pages, as over the coming months, we are going to be sitting down with Atlas's lead nutritionist who designed, developed, and tested the products that you now see on Atlas's website. He's going to be going into detail on how the products work and why they work, so you won't want to miss that. Thank you for watching our podcast with Billy Mullet. If you haven't checked out our live stream yet, make sure you go and check it out. And stay tuned for more information from Billy. Thank you for watching.